2025 Queensland Derby about to be decided at Eagle Farm. Very old race, Davo. First contested way back in 1868 and some champions on the honour roll.
Yeah, certainly are, Marto, over the years, isn't it? Look, a real competitive race this year. Might not have a champion in it, but well, will remain to be seen, I guess, in the next 24 months.
You're tipping one of the Victorians in Statuario, freshened after running a terrific second in the South Australian Derby last time out.
Yeah, I thought he just held up prior to this point, Marto, and wasn't able to build momentum at a key stage. But look, once he was able to get out and rolling, I thought he made up really good ground. I think this will top him off beautifully for the Queensland Derby today. And I thought if he got out a little bit early, he probably would have chased down the winner, who's a key rival today and a great chance in this race as well. But I thought this form would really stack up nicely. He's a stayer. He's just improving with every run, and I think he can go to a new peak again today. So love the late strength there. Look at the ground he was taking off the winner there late.
That winner was Feminile, who you've got as the key danger. A lovely ride. Helped her home there as a $19 chance.
Yeah, great ride, and certainly a horse that's going great guns at the moment. I think that form will really stand up here today. Qlty, I thought, was probably well enough found in the market. I thought the last run was okay, but hasn't quite stamped herself as A-grade just yet for mine. And Chase Your Dreams, I thought, was in the mix as well. But happy to be with Statuario in the Derby.
And just repeating on the tab, fix is popular, $7 into $5. There's been support for Qlty to beat it. For James McDonald, Chris Waller, $7 into $5.50. Go to one of the Fillies, and Fillies are winning the Derbies this year.
Yeah, that's right. And she was certainly back in trip latest and got a mile back. I thought she ran really well. She ran well in the Oaks for mine prior to that against the tempo. And as you've referenced, it's the ATC Derby and the South Australian Derbies of late. They've both been won by Fillies.
Party Crash is a really interesting runner. Horse number 13, Craig Williams, $9.50 into this morning with the tab. Late 6.50 back out to $7.50. 2,400 metres for the first time looks ideal. Rising sharply in grade off those Adelaide wins.
Yeah, I think it can measure up though. Getting quite deep into that first prep be amazing effort and genuinely promising. Thrashed the older horses latest and did it with weight. I think she measures up here.
Been flying across in Adelaide. What's your read on Party Crasher, Dover?
I think it just brings that different form, Marto. We know it can stand up. We saw it with Gold Rush Guru back in the Victoria Derby in the spring, and yeah, I just love the sense of timing about this horse. He's just jumping every bar they set him, and yeah, sure, it's a bit of a jump, isn't it? A 66 up to a Group 1, but really it's probably not as big a jump as your open Group 1s, these 3-year-old staying features, that's for sure. So, yep, love what I see. He's got a bit of acceleration there as well, and I think he'll run very well.
Big list of owners with Statuario going around in another Group 1 here. Set them back just $18,000. They're having fun.
Yeah, they certainly are that, and it's not over yet. I mean, he's only a 3-year-old, and he looks to be improving. Well, certainly as they've stepped him up in trip, he's just become a different horse.
Late with the bookies is Statuario 6 into 5, just back to $5.50, and Qlty best back to beat it. 6 to $6.50 into $5.50. It's a 3/4 sister, of course, the Very Elegant Qlty.
Yeah, I did not know that. So obviously that's some good depth of endurance on the dam side, isn't it? And through the breeding. So look, I know the little setback's not ideal, but look, I trust this stable every time they send one to the races.
And Feminile 12 out to 13 into $11 has found its way into your numbers, Davo. Freshened for the Queensland debut today.
Yeah, well, hard to knock the win, wasn't it, latest? We saw the replay there on the big screen, and I know Statuario was taking ground off a late, but it was still pretty strong through the line. So, yep, I think it's a good form line for this and must be right in the mix for me.
You'll be well versed to describe Politely Done's form for us down south, Qlty. 19 out to 20 into $18. Been ticking along well for Danny O'Brien.
Yeah, going well. Son of Dundee keeps on improving. Speaking of well-related, had a Politeness who was a star. She could run a closing fraction or two. And the problem he's got is Statuario thrashed him 2 runs ago. Then he went to Flemington Cold Ride and was a terrific win there. So he keeps improving, typical of the breed.
Looks like we've got ourselves a late scratching. Is it Party Crasher number 13 that's just come out for the Queensland Derby? Let's confirm that with David.
Late scratching in the Derby. The vet has found not in favourite to run. Craig Williams has taken the saddle off. The Derby dream has been terminated with the connections of Party Crasher, which is rotten luck. The news we received was it contacted another runner behind the barrier stalls. The vet checked Party Crasher, but has not given the green light. There will be deductions because it was an $8 chance, Actually, the third favourite. So these runners getting ready to move in. 17 to run in the Derby now. So they've just started to line up. The Oaks going to Yu Wang in a thrilling finish. Was able to fight hard and win by a short head from Panito. Tommy Berry and Chris Lees and connections. And now the third of our Group 1s, the Derby. MAISON Louis has moved in. Line taking good shape. Looks as though Statuario will run the favourite. Well, Statuario and Beldatel are still co-second favourite, or still co-favourites. They've had a good tussle for favouritism, this pair, for quite a period now in the lead up to the get-go. Now, Sinalonte about to move in. Lavalier waits its turn with Rogan and also Beldatel. Only a handful out. The SA Derby winner, Feminile, she takes her spot in the centre of the line. Distance here, 2,400 metres, gives them a good straight run into the first bend. Now, Politely Done and Beldatel will be the last two to move up. Statuario, number 3, and number 17, Beldatel, are co-derby favourites at $5 on tab fixed. Politely Done coming up to the outside gate. And if you've just joined the broadcast, number 13, Party Crasher, is a late scratching, taken out on vet's advice at the barrier stalls. Starters at the ladder. Politely Done moves up. All in, set to go. There's the light. Bit of movement in the centre of the line. Racing in the Derby. Existential Mob in the centre of the line was one of the first to go. Lavalier began well. Our Benefactor and MAISON Louis were nicely into stride. And Imperialist, Berry setting him right down the outside, looking for a forward position. Statuario on the rail in the early stages with Beau Dazzler in firm agreement. Coursing a bit wide there was the Muffin Man trying to improve. Followed by King of Thunder. Wide was Champagne of Dreams, and then came Feminile near the rail. Sinalotte just running out of some room as they go to the bottom bend. Then came Rogan, followed by Beldatel, one of the Derby favourites, second last in the first call, and last of all, Politely Done. They move to the side, 1,700 left to run. Imperialist takes up the role as pacemaker. The Muffin Man slides across to be second, and Lavalier is going to secure the box seat run third the rail. One away fourth, Existential Mob, and then MAISON Louis lying fifth over on the inside of our Benefactor. John Allen has Statuario centre field over on the inside of Firm Agreement as they head down the back straight, and Beau Dazzler outside the pair, covering ground 3 and 4 wide. Now Beldatel's having no luck at all. It's in fact 4 wide and pushing on. McDonald is searching for a more forward spot. King of Thunder also off the track, and then came Feminile just chugging along near the rail, followed by Deep Focus. Then came Chase Your Dreams. A long way back was Sinalotte with Rogan and Politely Done. Last of the 17, 12 off the lead. The Derby field now goes towards the 1,000-metre back bend, and in a long sustained back straight move, McDonald has taken Beldatel to the lead. Out by 2 to Imperialist, with Berry happy to let it go and sit second, surrendering the front. Racing third, the Muffin Man. Fourth, the Rail Lavalier has had a good run. Existential Bob, Beau Dazzler always wide. Statuario sneaking inside runs, saving valuable ground at the 700. MAISON Louis then bunched it out, Benefactor, followed by Deep Focus, King of Thunder wide, then Firm Agreement. Feminile is tracking right behind Statuario, stalking into the race at the right time. Politely Done coming wide with Chase Your Dreams, and out of the tail was Rogan Josh. Heading for home in the Derby, 400 left to run. Beldatel's done a power of work. Imperialist came in it, Lavalier up on the inside, wider Existential Bob. Statuario running on fairly with Feminile. King of Thunder is down the outside. There's 5 in line. Lavalier on the inside. MAISON Louis all of a sudden shot the gap. 100 to go. Shot to the lead, and the Derby might be over. MAISON Louis pulling away. He's too good for them. MAISON Louis first. Beat King of Thunder. Photo third. Chase Your Dreams. All Lavalier. Then came Beldatel, Imperialist, our Benefactor, followed by Politely Done, Feminile. Then at the head of the others was Existential Bob, Rogan. Following them in was Sinalonte. Statuario finished a long way back. Imperialist might have got him twice, then Beau Dazzler, and the Muffin Man last, bar one, Firm Agreement.
And it's an O'Shea and Charlton Quinella. MAISON Louis beating the stablemate King of Thunder. Looks like 18 will get third. Out wide it will, ahead of Lavalier number 6. So it'll be 10, 4, 18 and 6. And MAISON Louis claims a Group 1 at start number 7, Gator.
Yeah, look, he certainly does, and he was pretty strong, wasn't he? He quickened nicely and then had strength all the way to the line, relishing that step up in trip today.
And a pickup mount for Ryan Maloney, who claims his 6th Group 1. John O'Shea gets his 32nd, over.
Yeah, he does. And look, you know, there's a lot of people who say, oh, you need a seasoned horse for a Group 1 staying trip. Well, he had his first run in February. He won a maiden at Goulburn in April. And here he is, a Group 1 winner. Well done to all involved.
So it's 10, 4, 18 and 6 on the Queensland Derby. One to come at Eagle Farm.